pop quiz. When people improve performance simply because they know they're being watched, what do we call it? Placebo effect, Hawthorne effect, observer bias, or novelty effect? Lock it in. Time's up. The correct answer is B, Hawthorne effect. In this video, you'll learn what the Hawthorne effect is, where the idea came from, why it can appear in studies, and how researchers try to reduce it. The Hawthorne effect is when participants change their behavior, often improving performance, because they know they're being studied or monitored. Attention can feel like recognition. That awareness may raise motivation and effort, which shows up as higher measured performance, at least for a while. This idea came to life in one of the most famous workplace studies of the last century. At Hawthorne Works in the 1920s to 30s, engineers studied whether lighting affected output. Surprisingly, productivity tended to rise even when the lighting dimmed. That odd pattern led researchers to look beyond the bulbs themselves. The early conclusion, it wasn't the light itself. It was the extra attention and observation that seemed to boost productivity. But as the years went by, scholars asked a harder question. Was that really the whole story? Later reviews argue that the original Hawthorne effect was overstated, and other factors likely explain much of the increase. Still, whether inflated or not, the study left a lasting mark on how we think about motivation and measurement. So far, you've got the definition. The classic Hawthorne Works backdrop and the idea that attention, not lighting, seemed to matter. Want to turn those milestones into mastery? Tap the link to access the practice test, flashcards, and study guide, then jump right back into the video. Lock in what you learned and keep going. Now, let's see how this idea shows up in real life. In a classroom, just knowing the proctor is watching can nudge effort and short-term scores upward. The same pattern shows up outside school walls too. On a help desk, turning on live monitoring may briefly improve call metrics as agents realize they're being observed. Still, observation alone can't explain every boost. Sometimes, the boost comes from feedback, the novelty of change, or even trying to match what you think the researcher expects, called a demand effect. That's why researchers emphasize careful study design. When scores rise after cameras appear, a good design adds a control group without cameras, avoids signaling the study's purpose, and uses unobtrusive measures when possible. These steps prevent mistaking attention for the treatment itself. In experimental psychology, the goal is to reduce reactivity so results reflect the treatment, not the spotlight. That means keeping procedures consistent, avoiding extra attention, and measuring across time, all of which sets the stage for the bigger picture. To recap, the Hawthorne effect is a behavior change from being observed, first popularized by studies at Hawthorne Works. Later reviews suggest feedback, novelty, and demand also play roles. So modern researchers design experiments to minimize reactivity. Ready to quiz yourself with the content covered in this video? Check out the link in the description where you'll find Quizlet content made just for you.